We begin the child sliding, symbol of our faith and community, with a few words from Dorothy Day. Commitment. People say, what is the sense of our small effort? They cannot see that we must lay one brick at a time, take one step at a time. A pebble cast into a pond causes ripples that spread in all directions. Each one of our thoughts, words, and deeds is like that. No one has a right to sit down and feel hopeless. There's too much work to do. Dennis Brunn will share a ministry moment with us before lighting our chalice.
Could you hold this for me? It's a challenging moment to follow Dorothy Day. I am, some of you know, I'm currently co-chair of our statewide immigration justice team under UUPLAN, Unitarian Universalist Pennsylvania Legislative Advocacy Network. I thought for Ministry Moment just to share a word or two about why I do this, and I've been doing it for some time with some wonderful people in the congregation and throughout the state. First is the personal connection. It really was only 2 generations ago that my grandfather came here from northern Italy, and part of the family stories were always about the challenges, the slights, the discrimination, and the determination to become part of this country. He and then my father's generation, but my grandfather in particular was very inspiring to me because he turned his experience into a lifelong work. He was a minister in Hazleton and later in Lower East Side of New York, and his people were the Italian mine workers and factory workers, and he was an outspoken advocate. We all know that Hazleton has had a different history, and now, some you may know, it's coming back as a more open place for immigrants. Second, very early I got interested in sociology, social history, later social work and organizing, and I just became more and more aware of how much this country's reaction to immigrants has been wave and welcoming and then turning back, welcoming, turning back, and the root of it often has been the need of the economy and the corporations for labor. And there's been both that level of exploitation is not new, it's been with us in cycle after cycle, but also there have always been people willing to divide and conquer and to cause and to exploit ethnic differences. And that involves supporting hierarchies and who's the best and who's the worst, and how the most recent people are obviously the most terrible. The third reason I do this very happily is that long ago I became part of the UU movement, and this is a denomination. Its very core is the oneness of humanity, regardless of documents, regardless of who you are, but you are a human being first. And this denomination, this congregation, and more recently, in the last several years, the existence of a cohesive statewide network of UUs has offered the kind of support. You can't do this alone for very long. You need the Dorothy Days, you need the inspiration, but you need the social group that supports you. And we have that within our congregation and within our state and within our denomination. So this is the first week of 4 weeks. Our theme of social justice this month is immigration justice. I hope that you join me after this service at 12:30. Anita Menser, Anita, could you just stand? Anita Menser is our statewide director of UUPLAN. She's giving, thank you, all the way from Harrisburg, and she's giving a wonderful workshop to bring us up to date on what's happening. And I hope you take a minute before leaving. These photos are photos by and about immigrant families and workers in central Pennsylvania, York, Adams County, and so forth. These are the people that pick the harvests and pack them and so forth. This is Adriana, and she's packing fruit in a factory in central Pennsylvania. So I hope you enjoy these pictures and it reminds you of how we are one family. Thank you.